We're live here. We're on audience. Awesome. We are live. Welcome everyone to the 2026 Adventure Summit here at the Wagner Subaru. My name is TJ Keenan. This guy right here is Joe Wright. So we are experts in kayak self-rescue out of the Columbus area. We also do a lot of work in Springfield and the Dayton area, right here in your guys' neighborhood. So what Joe is, he's an Inuit kayaker. The real history of kayaking that dates back to the Inuit tribes of Greenland when they would kayak in the icy waters. There would be ways to resurface yourself in these conditions. And Joe's an expert. So a couple of things here, how you can rescue your fellow paddler, and then we're going to kind of go through these cool roles to show you what things to do. So some of the basic roles and ways to get from yourself in the river. You want to show a key rescue? No, I'm going to come and rescue you. I'm going to explain it. So Joe's going to signal for a key rescue. We're going to watch him go over here, and he's going to signal to the side of the boat right there. That's my signal. I'm going to come up to him, and I'm going to get right over where his arms are without hitting his arms. Perfect. And then I'll just anchor for him. Notice how he keeps himself over on the boat. Joe, go ahead and come back over, like all the way out in front of the boat. Just kind of show where your head is when you're all the way out. So I'm going to come back and get Joe again. You realize he needs some help, so I'm going to come in there. Paddle in the way, that's okay. You got to keep yourself grounded right there with him. See how he's ready to go. Right down the bottom, get comfortable. And now when you're ready, stand back up. Very calm, very collected. You can practice your key rescue in any pool practice. Anytime you want to help with your next friend, that's a good way to do it. So another variation on how to rescue your fellow paddler is called a hand of God rescue. So this is a technique that is used in the unlikely event that there is an unconscious paddler, someone gets knocked out, anything that can render them helpless. And so when you're ready, I'll come get you. So keep my help. I'm going to come right beside you. Right here, I'm grabbing his life jacket, pull him back up towards the beach. Now the whole idea there is that you put the paddle in between the boats. Very important because you want to have at least one person with a paddle in this situation. So I'm going to show you that again, and I'm going to try to walk through a little bit slower because you can hang out in the water for a while. Okay. So I'm going to be kind of close to you. Let's go over here in front of our camera. Those of you watching at home, welcome again. The second time going live since mid-January. I'm getting ready to show a hand of God rescue here a little bit slower. So Joe's going to go over there. He can hang out for a long time. I'm going to demonstrate what I'm doing here. You want to put your boat side by side with the boat, paddle in between here. Push on this end. Notice how I'm overcommitting all the way here. I'm going to do a push-pull until it resurfaces, and then I'm going to grab that life vest right here. And doing that, I'm going to pull it back up. And that's the easiest way to bring up. If you find yourself struggling or overcommitting, you're going to end up flipping over too, and you can have to deal with that situation. It's very important to have that in your trick book when you're on the river, because you never know when someone could be in trouble. To the point where they can get knocked out or heart attack. There's a lot of reasons that can go into getting a rescue like that. So we're going to show you some cool roles here. I recently learned some of these. I'm going to get to see how waterproof these bikes really are. So if you notice those paddles, this kind of Greenland paddle, it's a lot different from these European blade style paddles, where it's got a very narrow shaft and a very thick blade. See, it's a very light paddle, but ultimately it's made to keep you really close to the surface. Joe will show you the static brace. I'm going to demonstrate this too. Joe's really good at it. It's just a way to flip over, use the buoyancy of your paddle, all the way over. And you drive that knee, and you're relaxed. Step up, we're ready. Joe can do a lot better than I can. You get over here, hang out there for 6 hours, and never get tired. Right here is Joe's doing scully, and a free static brace. He's very comfortable with the boat. This takes time to learn, to be one with the water and find to utilize this. I've recently learned how to do that, so coming over with these. It's a little bit harder with these blades, and you just got to drive that knee. Back out. So under a couple of rolls. Alright, let's see the brief standard roll. Very common to the Euro style rolling. At the side back there for the boat, the rotational energy it needs to kind of resurface itself. Now, you want to do this reverse sweep. It's a little bit more complicated. I don't know this one yet. Bring the paddle all the way over. And notice the forward finish right there. That's very crucial for a lot of these style of rolls. Because when you're in the icy water, they don't want that water to face. They come up so the ice won't help. It's very important for practicing reading the stand rolls. Sword rolls, you do one. The paddle does not leave the boat. The paddle is in contact with it the entire time. It's kind of like a CC roll, but a lot quicker, and the paddle never leaves the whole boat. Just like that. So we test the mic out. Feel free to keep. I'm try that. Recently, that's my hand. It can be hard when you're learning how to do forward finishing rolls because it's a lot of forward movement. You have to have a very strong hip snap, but over time you can develop a strong hip snap. We'll do a couple of C-to-C rolls just to kind of show that. Yeah, we'll do a few of those just kind of show safe. But just leave it over there if you're driving, like so. Feels good to do stuff? Nice. Very nice. Get out of the way. Awesome. Maybe a butterfly roll too. Butterfly roll? Butterfly roll, yeah. We'll do a butterfly roll, a couple of those. You kind of start this position. This is for your arms, right? Arms, right? Here. Learn how to use that. Where the paddle breaks come from. Mike's got a little water on it. With this paddle going from here to here. So one more time. What do you use mine? Yeah. Joe's going to show loosen act, and I'm going to try to imitate it. Go ahead, Joe. This was actually kind of done. Notice the blade still sticking out of the water right there. Boom, with a forward finish. Very nice. All the way down, straight back up. Let me see your paddle. I want to try it with your paddle. Alright. The right hand. Your belly button. That would be it. I recently learned that one. Very fun. I'll eventually get all the ones to Joe. You can't hold that? Go for it. What's it called again? A north tank. Gotcha. Easy. So that was the tool we used to hold it. The north tack, okay.
Our quick launcher for hunting seals. They launch our fins with it, and they also use it as a hand paddle.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so we got some of the fun ones, so we're just going to get rid of the paddles. We're going to try the candles over here. Left mic silver. Standard hand roll, we'll demonstrate right here. Start just like this, hand on the side, and then you're basically going to sweep over with your hand, and just back your way back up, and hip step. Try to stay forward. You can lean back, but over time, you can develop just a straightforward finish. Paddle there, keep the needle. Hitting the paddle. Both the paddles, use the head. It's incredible. I'll try to do it with one hand. One hand.
Nice.
Alright, he's gonna tie his paddle up into his door right now, doesn't need it. He's got it in case he needs it. Just like here's my forward finishing hand roll. That's very hard to do. Finishing on a hand roll on a forward finish is very tricky. I think we have to reach for that. Beautiful. Alright, come back over here, Bill. I'm going to do the hand God one more time. Give people a home visit. One of our favorite recipes, hand God. Bill's got time, so I'm going to pull it next to him, paddle up between the boats, push the ball over here, so I get a surface, grab the light vest to assist you, and then pull straight up. This is in case anyone has ever incapsulated in the water, they can't pull their brace through right here. This is your way out. If you think we're trapped in here, we never really are. There will always come a time where somebody they pass out, you know, stuff that you don't want to happen, you wouldn't want to be there for your buddy. You understand? Yeah. Build your own camp. Anybody have any questions up there in the audience? I don't know, we have a lot of audience over here. Everyone having a good weekend so far? Excellent. We got Eric Farm on over here. So let's float around a little bit. We're just stick around, mess around. You guys can hang out. We got plenty more coming up here real soon. If you have any questions on anything you see today, we have 2 booths set up. We'll have kayak instruction and water safe Ohio over the upstairs level. Feel free to grab a sticker, grab a brochure. Lots of good stuff up there. Yeah, we're just hanging out and we're going to pass it over to Eric. We're just saying we'll keep it going.